All right, Focus 1.0 is here, but if you're an existing Focus user, if you've already been using it for some time before you're watching this video, you will need to do a couple of things to get one particular feature to work. And that feature is the new front page, headline, and byline controls. And the deal here is that I've had a lot of feature requests where people want to use a static front page, but they don't want to display the headline or the byline. Typically, if you try to remove that element either through CSS or, God help you, by messing with the skin editor, you would be left with an unsightly white space at the top of the layout here. Just be too much white space, wouldn't look quite right. And that's because it wasn't possible to do this exactly right before. But now with Focus 1.0, it is possible to get the exact outcome you want, but you will have to make a couple of modifications to the front page template in the skin editor, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to get those options to work. All right, so here we go. So we're here in the thesis admin, and what we're going to do is pull up the skin editor so we can edit the guts of Focus here and provide the exact right information we need to get this functionality working. All right, so here we go. All right, here in the skin editor, the first step is we want to make sure we're operating on the proper template. So we're going to click the big button at the top. We're going to expand the page template and choose the front page template, which is what gets displayed by default if you are using a static front page on your WordPress website. Okay, now the area of emphasis here is going to be the headline area box that exists inside your post box. This is the thing that we are going to replace. We're also going to replace this byline box. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to go up here, we're going to select a box to add, and we are going to add a new HTML container. We're actually going to do that again, so we'll be adding 2 new HTML containers. All right, on this top one that has just rendered, we are going to call this the headline area, but we're going to put front page in parentheses so we know what the heck this is, to differentiate it from the existing headline area box, which appears on every template. Okay, so we're going to give it an HTML class of headline area, and then we're going to click the admin tab. Now this is the most important step of the process right here. We're going to click the admin tab, and we are going to give it a display ID of headline underscore area underscore front. It needs to be exactly this or this will not work, okay? So there it is. We've finished that. That one's done. In this one, we're going to do something similar. This is going to be the byline. We're going to give it the front page distinction. We're going to add an HTML class of byline. We are going to click on the admin tab for the most important step. This one's going to be byline underscore front. Should look exactly like this. Okay. Now we're going to hold shift and click and drag the byline box in to the headline area front page box. So it looks like this. Now we're going to grab the headline area box. We're going to hold shift. We are going to click and drag it over to the post box front page. Now we're going to hold shift and click drag the headline box here into the headline area. All right. And now we're going to one by one replace each of these byline boxes. We're going to move them from the existing byline box into the new one. All right, so it's avatar, author, date, and then edit link. So we're going to do it in reverse to get that exact order. I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to click and drag, edit, date, author, and now author, avatar. And now they are exactly as they were before. Now, we want to remove these 2 boxes from this template, but what we don't want to do is put them here. This red box will delete them from all templates. That's a big no-no. This would be a disaster. You want to make sure you do not do this. All right, I'm going to drag this down to make it a little easier to illustrate this. You only have to do the headline area box if it contains the byline box. So I'm going to hold shift, I'm going to click and drag this, and I'm going to drop it right here to remove them from the page. That's all we want to do. Now, drag this back up. If you can confirm that those boxes are not here, they'll appear here if you drag them here by mistake. If they don't appear here, they're safe. You can confirm that you've got your new headline area and byline box in place with the salmon-colored boxes contained within them. Now you'll be good to go. So we will save our template. Dun, 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 dun. And now we're going to go into the content and display options. So here's our front page. We want to remove this whole thing. Let's see if we can now do that. To do that, we're going to go to the Pages and Post options, Pages, Front Page. We've got headline and byline selections. We want to display no headline or byline. We're going to save it. We're going to go to our site. We're going to hold Shift. We're going to click Refresh. Let's see what happens. Boom, it's now gone. The headline and the byline have disappeared. And we now have just the content display. Now there's more white space at the bottom because of the way posts work in WordPress. You don't have to worry about that right now. That can be tweaked later. The goal here was to get rid of that headline and byline with no additional spacing. We have now done that. This is a clean change in the presentation. There's no artifacts in the HTML behind this. I didn't have to hide anything with CSS. Some of these wonky techniques that aren't really legitimate in my view. This is now a legitimate way to remove the headline and byline on your front page template. And with the adaptation I've shown you here, you can make this work on any legacy focused site, no matter how long you've been running the software. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully I get to talk to you over in the forums. Peace out, fam.